Chris Christie, the governor of New Jersey, dramatically reelected by a landslide not too long ago. Let's go to election night.
I did not seek a second term to do small things. I sought a second term to finish the job. Now watch me do it.
So, what's your point?
Powerful, confident, but is he really going to be spending enough time in Trenton, or will he be here for a full second term? If you look at Politico, if you look at the political websites right now, there is a lot of talk about Chris Christie running for president. In some circles, they're calling him the frontrunner, the GOP frontrunner for the 2016 Republican nomination. Now, a lot can happen between now and then, and one of the things that needs to happen is Chris Christie would have to make up his mind. But isn't it wild that a guy who sat on this couch could conceivably be the next president of the United States?
There's talk about Governor Christie. There's talk about Governor Cuomo. Governor Cuomo, too. It depends, I guess, on if Hillary Clinton decides to run or not.
I have a feeling that there's...
Could we have the governors of New York and New Jersey go head-to-head in a national campaign?
If I'm Governor Cuomo and I'm thinking about it, I'm a little bit, I don't know, resentful, but there's a lot more talk about Governor Christie being president someday than Governor Cuomo.
Well, that's because you have Hillary Clinton front and center right now. And, of course, you know, first woman president would be amazing.
I don't think it's just Hillary Clinton. I mean, Christie, like him, don't like him, he had a one heck of a first term. Let's go to Steve Adubato. He's very close to Governor Christie. He's covered Jersey politics for a long time. You've seen him on PBS, and you've seen him on this couch. Hello, Steve.
Good morning, Greg. Good morning, Rosanna.
So what do you think of all this talk? Is it just talk, or do you think there might be something behind it?
Nah, Chris Christie's doing this. There's no doubt about it. He wants it. He's trying to act like he doesn't want it. I know he likes the attention. But the bottom line is he has to govern. He has to deal with Democrats in the state legislature who are going to thwart him every chance they get. They're going to stop him every chance they get. They're going to embarrass him because, frankly, they're thinking about the next race for governor in New Jersey, and they want to have a New Jersey governor who's a Democrat, because there are many more Democrats in New Jersey than Republicans, and they don't like that they have a Republican governor. And frankly, I think you're right, Greg, about the whole Andrew Cuomo thing. He must be steaming about this on some level, because, you know, it's interesting because so much more attention is made about Chris Christie, but I will tell you, New York and New Jersey and our governors are sucking up a lot of national attention with this potential presidency, and you put Hillary Clinton in there. It's amazing how much attention is right here in our market.
So in professional political circles, they're talking about Governor Christie as the front runner for the nomination. However, if you really dig deep, the Tea Party, and very, very influential, they don't like Chris Christie, and there's already serious opposition forming to a Chris Christie for president movement.
Greg, you're absolutely right. They don't like him at all. Rand Paul doesn't like him. Rick Santorum doesn't like him. Marco Rubio doesn't like him. The Tea Party is going to go after Chris Christie with a vengeance. They're going to say he's not really a Republican. They're going to say, what are you doing, you know, palling around with Barack Obama, you know, in connection with Hurricane Sandy? And Chris Christie's going to say, are you kidding me? I was trying to help my state. We needed federal money. And they're going to say anyone who is connected to Barack Obama, whether you needed the money or not, is not really a Republican of the Tea Party brand. And Christie's going to have an interesting time trying to balance that whole you know, equation. But the bottom line is the Tea Party people don't like him at all.
But, Steve, okay, so, you know, the Tea Party people don't like him. What about the voice of the people? Are there any polls that, you know, just kind of take the temperature of the American people?
You know, Rosanna, here's the way I look at it. The reason why Chris Christie has a shot in a Republican primary, in some ways he'll be a better candidate in a general election than a Republican primary, which leans farther to the right. I think he has a shot in a Republican primary because, say there are 5 or 6 candidates in a Republican primary. I think they're going to wind up splitting the vote, and he gets 35% of the vote in the Republican primary. But when you say the people, you have to remember, you have to get through the hurdle of the Republican primary. Those aren't regular people. Those are Republicans in Iowa, in New Hampshire, that's a right-leaning constituency. Those aren't regular Americans, middle of the road. It's a different constituency.
Steve, do me a favor, and roll the videotape. We just saw it a moment ago. He was actually in this room in the fall of 2009. He was not yet governor. He was campaigning for governor. It was a tough race. And we haven't seen him since. We'd love for him to come back on the show, but it is wild that that man back in...
Look at you. You look like a young Greg Kelly there.
4 years have been rough, huh? But that, you know, potentially sitting in this studio with a future president of the United States. It's kind of wild. We would like him to come back on. By the way, that
He should.
Well, yeah, he should. He should. We've been inviting him for a long time. You heard about that new book, Double Down, chronicling the 2012 campaign.
Oh, I've read it, Greg.
Yeah, the part about Chris Christie, a lot in there.
It's not kind. It's not kind at all.
Right. That could be an issue going forward. We're out of time, but great to hear your perspective, pal.
All right, Steve Adubato. Hope to see you in the studio soon.
Great to talk to you guys.
Thank you.